Would you dare walk across this bridge? Imagine standing 230 feet above a rushing river, with nothing but a swaying suspension bridge holding you up. Sounds exciting, right? Or maybe terrifying? Today, I'm taking you inside Vancouver's most famous tourist attraction, the Capilano Suspension Bridge Park. Together, we'll explore the legendary bridge itself, wander through the Treetop adventures, uncover what it costs to get in, and finally answer the big question: is it actually worth the hype? Stick with me until the end because I'll give you the honest pros and cons, no sugarcoating, and I'll share a secret budget travel trick using credit card perks that we personally use to make experiences like this more affordable. All right, deep breath. Let's step inside. The adventure starts the moment you arrive at the entrance. You're greeted by giant wooden totems, friendly staff, and the sound of birds echoing through the forest. It feels like you're stepping into another world, part nature reserve, part adventure park. Now, Capilano Suspension Bridge isn't just a new Instagram trend. It's been here since 1889. Back then, it was built with hemp ropes and cedar planks. Imagine trusting your life to that. Of course, today's version is reinforced steel and engineered for thousands of visitors each day. But the history adds to the magic. Walking along the forest trail toward the bridge, you're surrounded by towering evergreens, some more than 250 feet tall. You can hear the river below before you even see it. There's this mix of excitement and nervousness building as you realize you're about to cross one of the world's most famous suspension bridges. And let me tell you, even before stepping onto it, the forest alone feels worth the visit. The air is crisp, the views are calming, and every corner begs for a photo. And then, there it is, the star of the show, the Capilano Suspension Bridge. It stretches 137 meters, that's about the length of a football field, across the Capilano River. And it hangs 70 meters, or 230 feet above the water. When you first see it, it almost doesn't look real. Just this narrow walkway dangling between cliffs with nothing but forest and river surrounding it. Here's the truth. The moment you take that first step, your stomach does a little flip. The bridge wobbles. You feel every movement, every step from the people ahead of you. If you're afraid of heights, this is where the challenge begins. But push past the nerves, and the views are absolutely breathtaking. Looking down, you see the river slicing through the canyon. Looking out, you're wrapped in endless green, ancient Douglas firs and cedar trees stretching high above. It feels like you're suspended in the middle of nature itself. Halfway across, something funny happens. The fear turns into fun. The sway of the bridge feels less scary and more like part of the adventure. You catch yourself smiling, maybe even laughing, as the wind brushes past. And don't worry about safety. Even though it moves, this bridge is extremely secure. It's built to hold tons of weight, and millions have crossed before you. Crossing to the other side feels like a victory. You've conquered the wobble, soaked in the views, and realized why this spot draws over 1 million visitors a year. But here's the thing. The Capilano Suspension Bridge is just the beginning. There's a whole forest adventure waiting once you step off. Once you've crossed the main bridge, the Treetop adventure is like a bonus round. This part takes you high up into the forest canopy, with a series of smaller suspension bridges connecting giant Douglas fir trees. Instead of looking at the forest, you're inside it. You walk across wooden platforms, cross many bridges, and suddenly you're eye level with branches that normally tower way above. It's peaceful, it's family friendly, and it makes you feel like you're living in a treehouse village. This section is less about thrill and more about perspective. It's where you slow down, take photos, and appreciate just how big and beautiful these trees are. For families with kids, this is usually the favorite part. Safe, fun, and magical. All right, let's talk about the part everyone wonders, the cost. A standard adult ticket for Capilano Suspension Bridge Park is around 66 Canadian dollars. Kids, students, and seniors get discounts, and children under 6 are free. If you live nearby, they also offer an annual pass that pays for itself in 2 visits. Now, is it expensive? Yes. Compared to free gyms like Stanley Park, it's definitely a splurge. But you're paying for the experience, the maintenance of the park, and the unique views you honestly can't find anywhere else in Vancouver. Come early in the morning to avoid the biggest crowds. If you're visiting in December, don't miss the Holiday Light Festival. The bridge and trees sparkle with thousands of lights. Wear comfortable shoes because you'll be walking and climbing. And of course, bring a camera. The photos here are some of the best you'll take in Vancouver. So, after walking the bridge, climbing through the treetops, and taking in all the views, the big question remains, is Capilano Suspension Bridge Park worth the hype? Here's my honest take. The views are stunning. You're not going to find another spot quite like this. The bridge itself is thrilling but safe, which makes it fun for almost anyone. The treetop and nature walks add more than just a single attraction. The price is on the higher side, especially for families. And yes, it can get very crowded during peak hours. So, who should visit? If you're traveling to Vancouver for the first time, I'd say it's a must-do. It's iconic, like skipping the Eiffel Tower in Paris or Times Square in New York. For locals, maybe it's more of a once-in-a-while experience. But for me, standing in the middle of that bridge, surrounded by endless forest, the hype made sense. It's one of those places you never forget. Quick travel hack. Capilano Suspension Bridge Park is only about a 15-minute Uber ride from Grouse Mountain. You can easily do both in the same day. My suggestion, visit Capilano first thing in the morning, ideally before 9:30 a.m., before the big tour groups and crowds roll in. Then head up to Grouse Mountain for the afternoon and sunset views. It's the perfect Vancouver adventure combo. So would you dare walk across this bridge? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this walkthrough, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real reviews of amazing places around the world. And here's that secret budget travel trick I promised. Always use your credit card rewards or concierge services, like American Express, Chase, or Citi, to book experiences like this. You can often redeem points for entry tickets or get concierge help with discounts and VIP perks. That's exactly how we turn expensive attractions into affordable luxury. Thanks for joining me today. And remember, when you're in Vancouver, don't just look at the bridge from afar. Step onto it and feel the adventure yourself.